I think it's two questions. How did she get here? I think we know. How is she still here?
I,
That's my question.
I could never like when we talk about dating and relationships, y'all know that the Viking man is so brutal when it comes to his standards. This pasty, this pasty witch Viking is having a very difficult time amongst her men. She ain't like that's why she look. You see the pain in her eyes. She's like, I can't get me a great white knight, so I'm gonna go pick on these darkies.
The part about we must stand on business, cautionary tales. We got to vet better. Quit letting people in. This been going on since colonizing days. Quit letting folks in. Be skeptical. I'm very skeptical. I don't hardly trust anybody. So there's no way you can infringe on cart before the horse. And we ain't letting no Trojan horses in. We got to be careful.
It's absolutely impossible. Shout out to our upbringing. We got trust issues, baby. Yeah. Who got issue with this mannequin woman? She looked like a J.C. Penney, TJ Maxx mannequin. What you got to say, mannequin woman?
So I'm going to give you a couple examples of times I have offered Black people opportunities and they've just squandered them. Now, again, this isn't just to be rude or mean, but in general, I don't. There's just a pattern I've noticed over the years. So many Black people bite the hand that feeds them. And for me, I didn't see race at all, if I'm being honest, when I was young. I really didn't. And this isn't, again, a lot of people, I'll say this stuff and they'll say, you can't see the world that way. And my response is, I really didn't want to. I had, as so many of my critics and detractors bring up, I had a Black boyfriend. And, that was fine. It was a good experience for me. But
she said she was getting Black meat. So that means she liked Black people because she liked Black meat.
That's not true. That's not true at all. That is not true. I'm so tired of hearing that. We acknowledge, when it comes to sexuality, nobody tops melanated folks. The white men, the white women want to hunch on the Black men, and the white men want to hunch on the Black men and the Black women. Yeah, history shows it. So that's no. Yeah, everybody want to hunch on us. That's not an accolade. We keep telling y'all that.
So here we go. Like I said, the title of her video is called Black Fatigue.
Comes a point where you can't not see this stuff. So for those of you that don't know, I'll tell you my story. I came from America and I went to London. And when I went to London, I started a YouTube show. And I went to London to play volleyball. And this rapidly became one of the biggest shows in the country. I had 1 billion views on the channel before I had to delete all my content. And for about a 2-year period, I was recognized everywhere I went. I had one of the biggest shows in the United States. It was ranked. I had 50 to 100 million views a month. And my show was kind of on top, right? This all came crashing down when I got demonetized. Now.
Yeah, was, had, was, had. What's going on now? Like you said, till I got demonetized. For what? Crossing the gun line. Like you say, I don't know how she keep making her way back. I get it. She got 2 million subs and, everybody trying to grow up here, but, got to be careful.
She ain't got nothing else to do. She ain't got no man. Like, I would keep like, this is a bitter white woman. We ain't gonna look past that. She ain't got nothing else to do. Look at it, man.
And what's her age? They claim that she like 27, 28 years old. I'm like, what?
If I had to imagine some, Little House on the Prairie, Oregon Trail, hard winter survivor, she looked like she just come out of a harsh winter where the rutabagas didn't take, and they had to sit there eating, 5 season-old beef jerky all winter long around a mildly warm fire. Just brutal for 3 months. Try not to perish.
Seriously. Yeah, if she under the age of 30, that's wicked.
Where?
Who y'all gonna bust down? DeBrocca or Pearly? 1 in the chat for DeBrocca, 2 in the chat for Pearly. Tell me what the truth is.
I had a co-host that I thought I was just such good friends with. I thought we were the best of pals. I really did. And I don't think this co-host realized how much stuff I did behind the scenes and how much I really gave up to be in the position I was in. Dating became, for a period, very difficult for me. My personal life became very difficult. That pretty much disappeared when I started content. because it was just so time consuming. Like I was working and I don't, you know, I had to be in charge of all the recruiters, getting people to come to the show. I had to pay all the staff. I had things go missing. I had things taken from me. And this isn't, I was very lucky to be in that position. So I'm not trying to pretend that I'm some victim in this. Although in this case, I kind of went a little bit. No, it was my own fault, but I'm a woman. Sometimes I just think, you know, but I don't want to say this is only Black people, but I just don't have the same experience with white people. And Black people, they always come at me and just say, but Pearl, what about white people? What about, I could talk about like white people and their manipulation and their problems. White people don't generally squander opportunities. Now, white women do false accusations. I would say,
you a lie and the truth ain't in you.
Just stop. And granted, she pandering to her audience. So it is what it is. Same thing like that Lily woman and the Kirks. And they pander to their audience. It is what it is. Those don't even consume this stuff.
It's way too many poor whites on U.S. soil for y'all not to squander opportunity. A lot of y'all Confederate ancestors rolling in their grave at the way y'all living. Hush up, pasty.
Yeah, I would say the mere fact of any white person collecting food stamps is a squandered opportunity. That's why I say once they get into the whole per capita thing, I try to squash it because white folks shouldn't be on food stamps at all. You know what I mean? The ancestors is rolling their grave. You had the complete upper hand.
This is how the ancestors left them on the playing board, like this, double fisting law, order, and authority. And now y'all on food stamps, squandered, if I do say so.
That's really common. I think white women are the most verbally manipulative. Like they can look really innocent and be total backstabber. I think white women are like the worst in divorce court. I talk about traditional conservative white women all the time. I mean, I grew up around these crazy women. No, I'm not showing any. I'm not showing any.
This is terrible.
I want to summarize. I want to make sure I'm not misquoting or mis-summarizing. He invited me on a live. I asked the topic. I said I can't do this time. And then we were going back and forth on time. I said a panel is fine. I want a contentious topic that people will disagree on. Oh, I have an idea, Black fatigue. So this was my idea, but this is what I'm thinking we're talking about. So I come on this panel.
So there you go. I guess she reading some Instagram messages between her and Ali and them. And she telling them, I want to talk about Black fatigue. And they like, all right, come up on the panel. And she said she get there and they talking about dating or whatever. So I don't know. I don't know. It's miscommunication at best.
There you go. Don't know. There you go. That's we ain't got the answers. We ain't got the receipts. But yeah, something went amiss. But again, I'm looking at this woman for the first time. She got some opinions I see. And again, she looked like an all-pro NFL tight end by around the jaw. This is a handsome. She handsome. Keep talking about dating, you handsome devil. You.
How do we make that a question? These topics are doing well. I can pull clips. Blah blah blah. We do heavy debates every week. Tell me what you want to tackle, and we'll make it happen. The main topics: relationships, Black fatigue. This is what I'm DM'd from him. And just in case anything you unsend, I have this on the record. And I mean this with all respect, but I don't like being gaslit. I really don't. I don't like being lied about. I don't like it when people say I said things I didn't say or did things I didn't do. I don't like that. And I used to ignore it, but I'm just to the point that it's just, I'm going to defend myself. Okay, so whatever. We go back and forth on the top. I even said we got to talk about why Black women keep fucking these fat women. Anyway, so.
And like I say, we must stand on business. Part of standing on business, keeping her out the damn spaces. So why do you want to come on my channel and talk about Black fatigue? Who the hell is you? That's what, stop being predictable because we know what she wants to come up and talk about. That's ridiculous.
She just throwing doo-doo at the wall and seeing if we'd go grab it and smear it on ourselves. Black man humping on big chicks. So I plop. So, okay. Because it's low-hanging fruit, Pearly. Yeah, some of these big sisters more appealing than you. And I would imagine you got some heck of collarbones, Skeletor. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, how can this character trigger anybody? If she was up here giving some kind of pretty and glamorous, and I get it how she could be triggering, but man, this is one of the boys. Look like you just sit around playing Halo, drinking beer with her.
I actually go on the show, and this one guy's just over talking everybody, and I'm like, I just can't. If this is how it's going to be moderated, I got to go. He begs me to come back.
Begs?
He begs me. I say, okay. I say, okay, that's fine. And this is me after I come back, and this is where we're going to get into the debate.
Yeah, that's one thing about it. You know what I mean? We over here, we're going to build this thing up brick by brick. You know, even if it take, regardless how long it take, well, I'd be dang if I beg a Pearly for anything and let her have some type of receipts. Ain't no way.
At all. God dang it. Yeah, shout out to the brother Fatty. Yeah, this is not the best to look.
And I'm going to react, and I'm going to give you my thoughts. And then I'm going to bring up some panelists to react. Ellie, are you chewing? She's chewing my desk. Okay. All right. So let me.
She already got a cat.
Now, mind you, to be fair, the title was Vivica Fox and 50 Cents. Maybe that was in the email. But I'm thinking, okay, I came on here expecting to talk about black fatigue. That was what I'm here to do. I came in with black fatigue stats. I'm ready to go. Now, mind you, imagine accusing me of race baiting when the topic is black fatigue. How could I even do that? Why, if you can't talk about race, why would you make that the topic? Okay, so
Pearl, do most women know about all the?
Oh, that's the thing. So she being disingenuous. Clearly that ain't the topic. So don't know, man. Like I said, you bring these people up. Good luck trying to control some of these egos in these spaces.
That's exactly what it was. She just said, I told him what I was gonna come there and talk about. I don't care what he said, 50 Cent and Vip don't matter. Like you said, the ego, and I'm gonna do what I want. Like I said, I don't know what transpired, what communication transpired, but she talking about begging, and this is what you get if you do beg. Obviously, the proof is in the pudding. Well, it seems to be an undesirable exchange.
These men move out there because in my head it comes Future, Nick Cannon, Cam Newton. Like usually the guy that has already a track record and women still flock to them. This is a very visible. I don't think this is like the woman.
No, women know, but we hate that we love them. Like, oh, I love him so much. I hate it. We hate that we love the criminals, the players, the rappers, in this case, the entertainers, the really unstable men we just love. And you can see this because when women are young and hot, that's who we pick. When we're old, ugly, and mind you, this girl, she's starting with the disrespect. None of this is called out. Okay, none of they're not checking this. Which whatever, I'm kind of walking into the lion's den. You see the face this woman's making? None of this is going to be checked. I'll get checked, but they won't get checked. And you wonder why black women are so bad. It's like the black men never hold them accountable for anything. And if they crash out, then I'm the bad guy.
You a lie, and the truth ain't in you.
And this would be more, like I say, the C. Kirk, the Lily, they are rage baiting. You're completely off base. People, they get held accountable the most on the internet. So that is cap.
There we go. Hit something. A point finally has come full circle. As your loving, caring men and sisters, it's our job to check y'all madness. And now this pasty white woman coming up here claiming that we don't. Yes, we do. Shout out to Truth Over Lies. Shout out to Single by Choices. Shout out to Cart Before the Horse. Yes, we do. Try again. Which?
It's like, all right. And used up. I mean, that's when we go for the stable guys. And we do a very good job. Yeah. We do a very good job convincing them we love them. So I don't know if any girl comes in and is like, I love the stable guys. It's like, at 20, did you? Usually not. So that's, and we can't help it to some degree. We cannot help that we are attracted to men that show signs of dominance. I think a lot of us we wish we could turn it off, but we can't. It's just what we're attracted to. We're biologically hardwired to do that. Unfortunately. So
we're biologically hardwired to.
So she's offended, and I would assume it's because she dated a criminal. I'm going to assume. I think there was someone there because women get offended by this when they're dating the stable guy, and they're like, "Oh, he can't know. He can't know."
Did you?
Hell!
There we go. So she's also conflating things. So you can conflate. There's a difference between a bad boy and a criminal. All right, everybody's not a criminal. You could just, be a bad boy. A lot of characteristics can come along with that. Y'all could say a man that sleep around and don't got emotionally available and all that. He's a bad boy. So it can vary.
There you go. She's just driving it all the way down into the muck with the criminals. That is a thing, though. Nevertheless, shout out to Bonquisha and Love After Lockup. Prison Nug, Prison Bay. It's a thing. We poke and joke about it because it's really real. And yeah, she tells some truth still, talking about how women are attracted to that bad boy persona. They said they want a guy with some edge, and it ain't so much criminal or even bad boy. A man with some edge shows that he's been through some things and can overcome some adversity. Women need that when it comes to leadership. It's like she heard this pasty woman say it. It's a display of dominance, or that's what it is, even if it's false. So yeah, she got some solid talking points. I can't stand her.
And here's the deal. So when you are on these panels with people like this, you got to have better rebuttals. You got to be prepared, with your own talking points, because all this stuff can be countered. Like, she can have her own talking points, but white folks got their own set of issues. And, if you want to highlight that, feel free. But like I said, I wouldn't bring this woman around, but if you did, you better be prepared.
She is easily picked apart. She also threw herself in this category. First, she threw herself in it. Then to antagonize and gaslight, she takes herself out. She says, all of us are like that. Then she says, she's probably with a criminal. First, she's included, then she's not. Witchcraft.
We're biologically hardwired to want chaotic, criminal,
dominant. Yeah, dominant. Because you got to think of like Ted Bundy. He had women. Yeah, he had women writing him love letters. He impregnated a woman. He impregnated a woman while he was in prison for murdering women. This is a real Luigi Mangione.
I don't think that's a woman thing. I think that's a thing that certain women do.
Well, now she's going into the not all women are like that. So I'm saying women like criminals. And by the way, I started with a white example. It was white women that were crushing on Ted Bundy and Luigi Mangione. But I don't like being disingenuous. I don't like when women gaslight and pretend they don't know something. Now, I don't know much about this woman, but I just have a hard time believing that she doesn't know women that have dated criminals. I just don't believe it. And it's because of the stats when it comes to the Black community and my personal experience, right? So this isn't just facts, data, and statistics. It's also just what I've experienced is that Black women just tend to go for more thug-like guys. They like the criminals.
There you go.
You're a liar.
That's a lie.
All women. Because white women the same. That's what white women love bad boys. Will go for the dustiest, crustiest nug before Black women. So that's where she, is capping her rap. That's where you got to be like, look, that's false. All right. Most times I see Becky taking care of nug. I mean, come on now.
It is what it is. The truth ain't hurt nobody but a liar. Yeah. Again, they let this woman up there and trigger them. And she up here, like I said, it's a strong, wicked argument. She's including herself. She's like, shoot, our community do it. And that's how they draw out the hurt. This is advanced witchcraft. Let me be clear. There's levels to this. This ain't no little low level, picking like HQ. This is high level. This, if you don't know your information, she will have you stuttering type stuff. But witchcraft, nonetheless.
Black men that I know that date Black women, they've had a similar experience. And I'm okay with people having different experiences, but what I don't like is being disingenuous. So anyways,
there's no.
Hold on, Jazz, let her land and you respond. You're going to get the mic. Let her land.
Not every woman does that. There's different levels of dominance. However, we are still attracted to dominant men, and that does come in the form of if a man can kill someone else, we know he can protect us biologically. So that just is what it is.
So you find you equate dominance with you find a man that can dominate and harm a woman attractive?
That's one way that men describe it, or that's one way that men do it, and women do select those men. So I try not to apply morality. So she's trying to make it about me. She's like, Pearl, do you like criminals? Do you? And it's so tiring. So I'm trying morality to this, good or bad, it doesn't matter, because women do pick criminals. Criminals are more men that have committed a violent crime are actually more likely. They are more likely to reproduce than men that haven't. So she's trying to be a bitch, right? She's being a bitch before I'm being a bitch to her. I like it. Let's just keep it a buck. Will they check this? No. She's saying, "Oh, speak for yourself." I don't date criminals. As far as I know, there's no one I've dated that has a criminal record. So it's just Do you know what I mean? I
That
don't
ain't
know anything
saying a
about this
lot.
woman.
It's anecdotal, like you said. I don't. This woman up here to rage bait y'all. That's it. That's her name of her game. And if you wear your emotions on your sleeve like that, she can easily rope you in.
I'm so disappointed. This sister Jazz. Now she ain't a bad looking sister. Oh man, we got to stop being triggered. When we get triggered, we can't even fight our fight. It's like what Mike Tyson say, everybody got to play until you get punched in the face. Pearly came up here knocking folks in the nose, and now they playing all out the window. That Jazz should have looked over and said, you saying you ain't dated no criminals ain't saying much. I'm pretty sure you're having a hard time getting a date in your demographic. And then now you done flipped it, and it's true, man. Yeah, pour it back on her. Yeah, get on the offense. God dang it. That's the Jazz. You fumbled that. Don't fight her fight.
I didn't make this world. I didn't make women write love
Has that
letters
been your
to 10 bucks.
experience? Has that been your experience? Like, are you attracted to
Well,
criminals? And
to be fair, I don't know many criminals. So that hasn't been my experience personally. But sounds like these are setups. They are not debating. They're attacking your character. Well, I mean, I didn't even mind a little bit of a setup because I did feel like I could cook. I didn't think I would lose this. Is there another super chat I missed, or was it just that one? Black fathers were targeted for destruction, starting with the Great Society. That in crowded ghettos are the main causes of what you see today. Is there any other supers I missed?
She don't care. You see,
That's what I tried to say. Like, y'all, I keep trying to say that. You want people to have the same emotional attachment to something that you do. They don't care. So why don't even acknowledge them? We just got to clean up our house and give them very little to talk about. Let's reduce the numbers. It ain't going to never go to zero, granted, but we need to reduce some of these numbers, and we need to increase numbers like marriage rates and stuff like that need to increase, and some of the other stuff needs to go down and give them less to talk about. It's just the bottom line.
You got to deconstruct these conversations, these exchanges. Pasty Pearly gonna go home, like, look at this, owl whisper, gonna send me $5 trying to convince me that my position. Look at him. If there's a such thing as cooning, this is it today. Trying to convince this thing that she off base. She knows she is. She don't care.